So picture this. A brilliant scientist claims he's cracked the very code of reality. Figured out how it all works. He's about to tell the world, and then, poof, he's just gone. This isn't some sci-fi movie plot. Nope, this is the real and very strange story of a man named Itzhak Bentov.
See, Bentov died when his flight from Chicago to LA went down. No survivors. On the surface, it's just a tragic accident. But you have to ask, right? With what he was working on, with what he was about to reveal, was it really just a coincidence?
So who was this guy? Itzhak Bentov wasn't your typical scientist. He was a biomedical engineer, an inventor, and he spent years trying to map out the hidden mechanics of human consciousness. He believed he saw reality in a way nobody else did, and he died at the exact moment he was ready to share it all.
To really get why his death is so suspicious, you have to understand his central idea. And trust me, it's a big one. Bentov wasn't just tinkering with theories about the mind. He was proposing a completely new model for the universe itself.
Okay, so Bentov's big idea was that the universe is basically a giant cosmic hologram. He argued that our brains don't actually create consciousness. Nope, he said they're more like radios, just tuning in to a universal signal that's already out there. In that kind of world, death isn't the end. You're just changing the frequency.
He said that this feeling we have of being separate individuals, me here, you there, that's just an illusion. It's only true on the physical level. Bentov laid out these other planes of reality, the soul, the higher self, where our consciousness starts to merge. And at the highest spiritual level, we're all one, totally interconnected, totally omnipresent.
And get this, he even thought he found the physical proof for it in our own bodies. He discovered that our heartbeat creates this tiny pulsing wave that travels up the spine to the brain. This creates oscillations, vibrations that actually sync up with frequencies found all over the cosmos. He was saying our bodies are biological instruments literally designed to resonate with the universe. We're cosmic tuners.
Now that's already a wild story, right? But it gets weirder. Decades after Bentov's plane went down, his work suddenly popped up again in one of the last places you'd ever expect: declassified CIA documents.
In 2003, this 29-page report was released, pretty quietly. It was called The Gateway Process, and it was a full-on military analysis of altered states of consciousness, looking at how the mind could be used for intelligence work.
So, when you put Bentov's theories next to what's in this CIA report, it's more than just a little unsettling. Bentov's body as a tuner is what the CIA calls controlled resonance. His idea of accessing other realities becomes their goal of remote viewing, basically spying with your mind. The parallels they're almost a one-for-one match. It's uncanny. But here's the crucial twist. Their goals were completely different. Bentov saw all this as a path to spiritual enlightenment. The CIA? They saw a strategic advantage. They saw a way to weaponize human perception itself.
And the gateway process was just the tip of the iceberg. Other files they declassified show all kinds of projects designed to exploit the brain's blind spots. They were messing with altering brain waves using these super subtle pulses, training people to detach their awareness to get perfect recall, and even deliberately engineering confusion to make a person's brain more open to suggestion.
And the logic behind that is just terrifying. A former US Navy interrogator explained it like this: if you can get someone's brain totally confused, it gets desperate for something solid to hold on to. At that exact moment, the very first logical thing it hears, it just accepts it, no questions asked. It's like finding a back door into someone's mind. So, what happened to all this creepy Cold War research? Did it just get filed away in a dusty cabinet somewhere? Not even close. The principles survived, they evolved, and they found a brand new home in the tech that runs our world today.
You can draw a straight line. It starts with Bentov's ideas in the 70s. That leads to the CIA's research in the 80s. And then in the 90s, intelligence agencies like the CIA, NSA, and DARPA start funding the projects that would become the foundation of Google. The only thing that's really changed is that the tools are now way more powerful.
And let's be really clear about what the source material is claiming here. It says that Sergey Brin, while he was developing the PageRank algorithm for Google, was visited many times by people from the CIA and the NSA. The claim is that the intelligence community wasn't just a customer, they were a partner. They helped build the tech that organizes information for the entire planet.
Which brings us right up to today, because these old ideas from secret labs, they're not secret anymore. They're operating out in the open, on billions of us, through this massive, automated feedback loop of prediction and persuasion.
Here's how it works. Step 1. It all starts with data. Your data. Every click you make, every article you read, every search, it all gets fed into this giant predictive model of who you are.
Step 2. Those predictions are then used to subtly, quietly shape your digital reality. The news stories you see, the products you're shown, the very next video that autoplays, it's all curated based on where the algorithm thinks you're headed.
And here's the really crucial part. Step 3. How you react to that world it created for you becomes new data, which then makes the predictions even better, which makes the shaping of your world even more precise. It's a loop that gets tighter and tighter every single day. And we're not talking about deep, dark secrets here. Researchers have found that really simple patterns like who you talk to, where you go during the day, even just the tiny ways you move your phone are incredibly predictive of what you'll do and think next.
So, if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. We think we see the world and then react to it. But that's not what's happening. Your brain is constantly running a simulation, predicting what's about to happen next based on everything it's seen before. It literally constructs your reality before you're even consciously aware of it. And that predictive process, that's the very thing that can be influenced.
So we have to end with this thought. If our reality is built on predictions, and those predictions can be shaped, then who exactly is writing the script for your next move? Who's shaping the choice before you even know you have one to make? That's the question that hangs over all of this.